We're almost done with our 6-course French-inspired meal that we're putting together, just with the basic knowledge that I have, the confidence in cooking. I'm Chef Todd Moore. My mission is empowering people to cook without recipes. They experience the freedom to cook what they want, how they want it, the confidence to take control and try new things, the health benefits of fresh, wholesome foods, and the family-strengthening bonds of dinner time together, as well as the money they save by eating well. Live without rules, cook without recipes. It's a no-recipe lifestyle. We've got our 6-course meal planned out, and it's time for dessert. What is more French than crepes? We're going to do some strawberry crepes for dessert, and again, be able to make them ahead of time. I want to enjoy this meal. I don't want to be the caterer. I want to be a guest. So that's part of the planning that went into this, is how I can make service time that much easier for me. We're going to put an adult twist on our crepes by making a strawberry compote with some brandy as well, but it starts with whipping up a basic crepe batter and frying some crepes. I'll show you how to do. Very easy and fun. My basic crepe formula we're going to mix up in this bowl is 2 ounces of flour and 1 ounce of sugar that we can sift together or stir. That goes into the bowl. I have 1 beaten egg that'll get added right to the flour. Get a spatula, scrape all the rest of that out of there. All right. And then just a little bit of milk. Enough that when I get my whisk, I start making a paste. See how that quickly turns into a paste where the flour absorbs the milk and the egg protein? This is the point at which I get all my lumps out. Get all that flour worked in there, mixed in there, don't need much crepe batter. And now I can go ahead and add the rest of my milk. This is 4 ounces of milk total that I've put in. And this is the consistency of crepe batter. It should be more like heavy cream. It shouldn't be like a muffin batter or even a pancake batter. It should be about the consistency of heavy cream. Lastly, 1 ounce of melted butter or clarified butter or even oil, although certainly the flavor of butter in a crepe is much better than the flavor of olive oil. I got my crepe batter made up. Let's set that aside. You really should let it rest for an hour or 2 to let the flour absorb the moisture. You get better crepes that way. I've got 2 pans here, Teflon non-stick pans on the stove. One of the few times that I think we should use Teflon non-stick in making crepes. But before we get to that, we need to get to the strawberries and show you how to make a real quick compote. We're going to roll the inside the crepes and use some brandy to give it an adult appeal. Back to the cutting board. All right, it's time to cap and clean strawberries. Now these are out of season here, so I know French people would definitely yell at me. They love their strawberries in France. Time to wash, cap, and clean. And what I mean by that is paring knife, short knife, choke grip with the point toward my face. I'm going to go ahead and set my thumb on the opposite end of the strawberry and push the cap of the strawberry past the knife. Like that, and cap the strawberry. Let's cut it in half. Let's cut that in half and make these nice consistent cubes. We're going to wash, cap, cut, cube all the rest of the strawberries. When I get all the strawberries capped and cubed, they'll go into a saucepan. But here's the trick. Save 4 of them. I'm going to have 4 portions. I'm going to need 4 strawberries for garnish. Don't clean them all. Now a little bit of brandy. I don't know, 2 tablespoons or so just to wet it. And a little bit of sugar, as if we don't already need enough sweetness, because we're going to put some whipped cream with it also. Over to the stove it goes. I just want to cook these strawberries until they soften up just a little bit. I'm not trying to make mush out of them. I still want them to retain their shape, but I want them to take on the flavor of that brandy a little bit also, and just be a little softer so you don't cut through a crepe and have your fork slam on the plate, especially with these out-of-season hothouse strawberries. I'm really looking for the effect. Those are not the best ingredients. And then they're going to chill after this. Just tell them to chill in the refrigerator, get mixed in with whipped cream. But after that, now it's time to start making crepes, get them ready. 2 my omelet pans on the stove and a little bit of water. Ooh, that one's hot. All right, those are 2 hot pans. We're going to grease them just a little bit with some butter. Just to wet the bottoms of the pan, and I've got my batter here with a portion ladle. Put a little bit in each pan. Let's try a ladle and a half. Pick the pan up, swish it all around, cover the entire bottom of the pan. Swish the pan around, cover the entire bottom of the pan. And we're going to look for the edges around the side of the crepe to start drying out. They start looking dry, just like this one here, browning around the edge a little bit, drying. And there's two ways that we can flip this, usually tough with the first crepe. Get your spatula under it, slide it all the way down, and just push it over like that. The second way to flip it is the fancy chef way, if you can up toward that and mess it up that way. With my crepes made, I'm almost done. What a journey. And I hope this all is going to come together just the way that I want. I have made a tremendous effort to make sure that I do everything ahead of time so that I can enjoy the event. So our menu that we started by sitting down at my desk, just writing the menu, which led to a grocery list, which led to how many people we're serving for, and the portions that I need. So I bought precisely the right amount of stuff. Did you notice in any of the things that I made this week, I didn't have tons of it left over. I was right on the money with everything, even down to the fact that I made 5 crepes, 1 extra. So our soup, our red pepper, roasted red pepper soup is on the stove. We're ready to go. Our appetizer, the coquille Saint-Jacques, the scallops in white sauce, in the individual ramekins already in the refrigerator. They just need to be warmed in the oven. Our salad niçoise, and I want to cut across the grain. I believe it's this way. So let's start there. Oh, look at that. Nice pink color inside on a bias. A few slices like that. And now we'll go ahead and add them to the niçoise salad. Salad niçoise, drizzle a little balsamic vinegar and some oil, and this is ready for the table. Our entree, the beef bourguignon. This way I save myself time later. I just pull these out of a warm oven and plop them on the plate. And look at this, 4 ramekins filled, and the pot is empty. How do I do it? I do it every time. Perfect amount, no leftovers, no waste. How do I do it? I know the answer. It starts with planning the right menu. The menu leads to the shopping list. The shopping list leads to the proportions. That I buy the amount that I cook, that we eat. No leftovers. That looks great. My potatoes Anna, already in individual ramekins, again, just in the oven, and then turn them upside down and unmold them. And the green beans amandine, I've gone ahead and par-cooked the green beans. So again, simple, right before service, just saute them in a little bit of butter, warm them up with some almonds, and you just saw me make these great crepes and our brandy-soaked strawberries that we're going to mix with whipped cream and stuff these crepes. It is a no-holds-barred, no rules, just having fun cooking and enjoying friends and family. Cooking is such a social skill, and I love doing this. I mean, to me, it's a mystery of writing that menu and then finding just the ingredients that I like. There are many hobbies that you can have, some good for you, some not good for you. This is one that always expands my mind, expands my thought. I learn new ingredients. I get to interact with friends and be social. It's a wonderful thing. So see how much fun that this can be? The time-consuming effort in cooking and entertaining, and the thing that makes it so frustrating and annoying is when you have to go back and forth to the cookbook, to the recipe book, and you worry whether it's going to come out right or not. With confidence, progress forward and cook with no rules.